amenities of life? Come to Black House Cigars and ask us how you can become a member and get 24-hour access. We are veteran-owned and operated and open 7 days a week. Black House Cigars has fresh, hand-rolled, premium, aged organic cigars that are the best money can buy and come with a satisfaction guarantee. Come to Old Town Spring at 318 Gentry Street or visit us online at blackhousecigars.com.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented are submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Radio Show, DailyBuzzRadioShow.com, RadioTheBoss.com, 91.1 FM, The Boss. Okay, I did not catch the pen, but I didn't lose the pen either. My name's Sidney Young, your host, along with Tressa Ray.
Hi, guys. Hi, Mom.
Hi,
She's
Mom.
Always watching. I see her watching. She watches every
Do you pay your mother to watch?
No.
She hits your boosting thing, don't she? All day long she can boost your numbers.
My mom's my #1 fan, man.
#1 fan, man. Oh, yeah. My mother's in the studio today along with my son.
Yes, very nice.
They're very quiet, though. They don't talk much.
Well, I'm sure we'll get her to laugh here in a minute.
Probably so. I say stupid stuff. You probably didn't know that.
Beautiful.
Hey, check this out, man. New Year's Eve's coming up.
Yes.
Black House Cigars. Bradley Morrow of Black House Cigars has a very interesting event called the Pirates...
New Year's Eve Pirate Blast.
New Year's Eve Pirate Blast. Now, let me tell you about this. This is Old Town Spring, so you're in Old Town Spring. Go by Black House Cigars. You can't miss them. It's up there. If you guys are online right now, you see it right there. It's 318 Gentry Street in Old Town Spring. It's a potluck dinner, fresh hand-rolled premium cigars. If you dress in Renaissance or pirate gear, you get a free stogie, man. So go on by there. I think it starts, what, 7 p.m.?
7 p.m.?
He said till daylight, or
yeah, he said until whenever, and I said the party don't stop till 8 in the morning, so
there you go.
You never know.
Black House Cigars, Old Town Spring. Go see them this New Year's Eve. And you got some announcements.
Fun. Yes, after New Year's Eve, we have Angela Aja's book launch. It's going to be January 10th. You can pre-order your books online right now at summontosoar.com. They are $19.
Summontosoar.com.
$19.99. Yes.
That's the book she wrote. Now she has this pre-launch party at Butler House.
No, it's not the pre-launch party. It's the book launch party.
The book launch.
The book launch
Not a
party.
pre-launch, a book launch.
Yeah.
It's launch and something's getting launched. I don't know.
She's also going to finally reveal the book cover because nobody's seen the actual book cover.
Oh, yeah, it's a big picture of me on there. You probably didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think
Just like
so.
we have in the office.
The 5 stages of a rise of a woman with Sidney Young's face on it, everybody.
That's why you don't.
No, but we'll be at the Butler House January 10th from 6 to 8 for the book launch.
The Butler House located in Spring, Texas. Very nice establishment over there. We'll be out there that evening as well. And it'll be a great time.
Listening and eating.
Okay, now you also have another big event.
Yes, at the Marriott Hotel on the Waterway, they are going to have Taste of the Town.
Cool.
It is going to be January 17th from 4 to 9 p.m. Tickets are online right now for $30 and then $35 at the door.
Cool.
Children under 10 are 20 doll hairs.
20 dog hairs, all right. I got plenty of those. The Marriott Hotel, we assume everyone knows we're here in the Woodlands, but the Marriott Hotel is here in the Woodlands area, so look it up. That'll be a very interesting event. They have, like, how many restaurants in there?
A ton. We were looking at the list this morning, and it's just it just goes on and on and on. And then there's gyms,
so come
and
hungry.
Other things that are going to be there. So it's going to be really cool.
Now also coming up this next year, the Daily Buzz Radio Show at 91.1 FM, The Boss, along with Tressa Ray and Angelo Christian Financial. We are actually putting an event together It's going to be a promotional event. We're going to have Angelo and some celebrity guests. We're hoping to get a large venue. We're not having confirmed on the venue area yet in Houston. We expect several thousand people this event. It's going to be a pretty big event, and it'll be a motivational event talking about you and where you're going. We'll have tickets on sale and everything else. This is actually the first promo we've talked about this event. Our meeting put them together is actually Monday, so I'm a little premature on this, but that's okay. I'm very confident in it. It's going to be a very first-class event with some high rollers in town, celebrities, and anything to do with Angelo Christian is going to be a winning event.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. This is going to be a lot.
It's going to be a lot of work.
It's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be very, very rewarding.
You won't sleep.
For us, not only rewarding for us, but rewarding for everybody who's going to be able to watch it and stream it, and then.
And you know, we got all types of things going on. Man, we got stuff planned for this next year. It's going to drive people crazy with the stuff we got going.
The list goes on and on.
It goes on and on. And of course, today is Financial Friday. Now we have Jared Parrish, who we're going to take a break here in a minute. But when we come back, we have Jared Parrish with Parrish Insurance Group. We're going to talk money. We're going to talk insurance. We're going to talk investing. We're going to talk about what Parrish Insurance Group can do for you and your family in the very near future. Right, Tressa Ray?
So, is this like your new thing
Choo-choo
here?
train, man.
It's like yesterday you did it too. It's like the little
choo-choo
robot,
train,
little like.
Because when I was little, my mom
First
said,
you do it at the
can,
gym, now you're doing it with Jared Parrish.
I think I can. All right. Hey, we'll be right back. Don't go away. Come back with Jared Parrish on Financial Fridays. Don't go away.
Hey, don't change that dial. We will be right back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Do you want to make your college experience different? Become an intern with 91.1 The Boss. We are interviewing interns today. Contact us at 713-370-5051.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Could your business use more customers? Could your business use more online traffic? Sponsor with 91.1 The Boss radio station and let our multimedia radio station promote your business. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Are you great with people? Do you have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Angela Aja, author and writer of the book Summit to Soar, is hosting her book launch party at the Butler House on January 10th from 6 to 8 p.m., located at 23931 Butler Road in Spring, Texas. The evening will feature her 5 stages of the rise of a woman, a book cover reveal, a reading by the author, light bites, and drinks. Please RSVP through the event on Facebook, Summit to Soar. Thank you to the generous sponsors, the Butler House Restaurant, Writing Boutique, and Behind the Gates magazine of Carlton Woods.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Woohoo! We're back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Hey, welcome back, Daily Buzz Radio Show. Visit with us online on social media, Facebook Live, 91.1 FM The Boss, RadioTheBoss.com, and of course, the DailyBuzzRadioshow.com. Now, we were talking about a book earlier because Angela Aja has her book, 5 Stages to How a Woman Soars.
No, how it's Summit to Soar.
Summit to
5
Soar.
stages of a rise of a woman.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Now, my
but
mother
to
had
your
a
mom,
book.
yeah, your mom brought up a book that she's actually going to let me borrow, so I'm super excited.
Me
but
too.
She said that it's everything a man knows about a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And so you open the book, and I mean it's just blank. I mean, there's nothing in there. So
1,000 pages, all
it's
blank.
going to be a really good book.
Rip one out, start your fireplace. You got another 4,000.
I'm going to catch Sydney in there drawing pictures or something.
It's little stick figures in there. We'll have our launch party. We'll sell millions, man. Financial Friday.
Yay.
Who we got here with us?
We've got Jared Parrish back in the studio.
JP
with
in the
us.
house.
Hello, everybody.
Stone Cold Jared Parrish with Parrish Insurance Group. Jared, man, let's talk a little bit about Parrish Insurance Group. Talk to me, Daddy.
Okay, well, Parrish Insurance Consulting. Just saying.
I said group.
it's good.
PIC.
PIC.
It's things are growing, and I've been trying to cover a lot of bases as far as different products that I can offer to people. And the main thing that I've been working on is educating every customer that I've got. A lot of people, when they go into it, it's kind of oblivious. They really don't know what they're buying. They think they need XYZ coverage, and it's typically just sitting down and really going over what their needs are, what their current financial status is, and really consulting them into what's really going to best suit their needs.
So if Tressa came to visit, she said, "Jared, I need this, this, and this. I got $500. Make it work." What would you tell her?
There's a lot more questions that's going to go into that. Oh, well, $500 a month, we can work with something. But there's also a lot of different things that people really don't know about. There's been a lot of changes. Like I mentioned last time, setting up a tax-free retirement. That's got to be valuable. They can tax your Social Security up to 80%. Yeah. They can tax your Social Security up to 80%.
80%.
That's just
80%.
insane.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So when people hit 65, a lot of people don't realize that you have a provisional income. They think, oh, this is like a savings account for me that I'm going to get, anywhere from $1,500 a month, and it's just going to come in, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
No, that's not the way it is. You are limited to how much money you can make, and then anything beyond that, you're going to get taxed, and typically taxed pretty heavily. And I have retirement vehicles that when it pays out to you, it doesn't even go against any of your provisional income. So there was a book that I read a while back, and it shined a light on it for me. It's called The Power of Zero, and the whole goal of it is to set you up to where when you're in your retirement years, you don't pay any taxes. I mean, let's think about it. When you're in your working years, say 20 to 65, you've got deductions. You got kids. You have interest on your house. You have work deductions. I mean, the list goes on. Tressa, yeah. And when you're retired, your kids are grown. They're gone. when you're retired, your kids are grown. They're gone. So you don't have that deduction. Your house is typically paid off. The debt's not quite the same. Everything's different. So in your retirement years, you're actually getting taxed more than you were prior.
Oh yeah,
to that.
absolutely.
So setting yourself up for a tax-free retirement is important. I've been trying to show a lot of people how to do that because that's just been one that they weren't even prepared for. This I had no idea that's the way it was set up. Same thing with your 401k. So I'll go through 401ks, IRAs, things like that, and show them a better way to do it.
Okay, I got a question because I'm older. Tressa's a young lady. In your eyes, your mind, what do you think you need to start a retirement account?
Well, that's what I was just about to ask him. Like, so what if I know absolutely nothing about any of this? Say I'm like, 17 is when you can
She's
get a
telling
job
the truth
now.
on that too.
So yeah, I'm freshly 17, and I just got a job. Now I want to think about my future. Like, can you help? You can obviously help me with that.
First thing
right?
I'll ask anyone is the job where you work. Do they offer 401k?
No.
Here, no.
Yeah.
And for most people, the answer is going to be yes. And then the next question is, do they match any of it? They say, some people say, well, they'll match up to 5%. So, okay, only put 5% into it. And then set aside, because the goal is you want 10 to 15% of whatever you're making to go into a savings account. So you can select a portion of that to go into your retirement. And I've got two different retirement vehicles that work really well as far as setting yourself up for tax-free retirement. You want to take advantage of the 401k of whatever they're going to match because that's free money.
Right.
I mean, take advantage of it. But a 401k, an IRA, that's money that gets put into your savings or your retirement fund pre-tax. So you're not taxed on that money that's going into it, right? And you're thinking, oh, well, the more money that I'm putting in my retirement account, the more money that's going to grow, right? Doesn't matter whether it's 20% today or 20% at retirement, it's the same. So there's really no benefit of putting that money in there pre-tax. Because guess what happens when you get paid out? That's when you're taxed. Right now, we're at the lowest tax rate, I think they said, in 50, 60 years. Wow. Take advantage of the low taxes.
Is there noise?
Yeah. Looking at the national debt and having to pay everything, they keep talking about balanced budget, whatever else. We're looking at a big risk of our taxes going, the middle income tax bracket going up to 60%. A lot of people can't fathom that. I mean, think about losing 60% of your paycheck. Well, so you're not paying taxes today on 20%. Well, what about when you retire, you're paying 60%? Did that tax-free bit? No, that didn't really help. Yeah. So take advantage of the 5% or whatever they're going to match, and then put the rest of it in a separate retirement vehicle.
Got a question for you. You know me. I'm a Grant Cardonian. I follow Grant. I follow his teachings. I follow that concept, that lifestyle. Is it really smart to take your money and invest in a 401k?
Yes and no. For one, like I said, take advantage of the free money that they're going to match. If they're not matching, no.
But even if they're matching, you still got to put your money up.
Yeah.
Is there other places you
it's
can put your money up that are a lot more
now
appetizing?
Now, talk about Grant Cardone. You talk about the different investors.
Yeah.
What's one of the biggest words they always use? Diversify.
Oh, yeah, diversify,
Okay?
absolutely.
So that's why it is beneficial to set up a 401k. But like I said, I would only take advantage of what they're willing to match. There's other retirement vehicles that will perform better than a 401k or an IRA and that have other benefits to it. One of the deals that I work with is called an IUL. It's an Index Universal Life. And it's ultimately you're overfunding a life insurance policy. I mean, to simplify it. You're taking advantage of the actuaries, the people, the investors that the insurance company has, and you're overfunding that so it's earning interest. I've got one right now that's performing at 6.5%. That's pretty good on a retirement investment.
It is.
A lot of 401ks are performing at 3 and 4% if they're lucky.
Yeah, same as a checking
It's not
account.
very much. Now, your savings account at your bank,
Yeah,
don't
come on.
waste your time. CDs, don't
Yeah.
waste your time.
Yeah.
If you want to do money market accounts, those perform decent. Your mutual funds are easy because you can just kind of plug into that and let them do the investments. Here's the problem with those a lot of people don't think about. If your money market account or your mutual fund is performing at 3%, you're not making money because your annual inflation is going to be about 3%. Here's another kicker. You pay tax on that growth. You get a 1099 at the end of the year. So if your account made $500 in a year, you're getting taxed on that $500. Now here's a benefit to the Index Universal Life. Any of the growth that it has in that account, you don't pay tax on it.
That's cool.
All of your money goes into it after you've already paid income tax on it. And when you overfund it, and we set it up, similar, you've heard of annuities, we set it up to where you're going to get periodic payments when you hit retirement. And it's a retirement you can't outlive because we set up the illustration to 120 years.
I want to talk about that. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk more about the IUL, which stands for
Index Universal Life.
Index Universal Life. Also, if you're on social media, you're shouting out to us. We kind of see that. When we come back, we're going to do the shout-outs back to you. So, do not go away. We'll be right back.
Hey, don't change that dial. We will be right back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Do you want to make your college experience different? Become an intern with 91.1 The Boss. We are interviewing interns today. Contact us at 713-370-5051.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Could your business use more customers? Could your business use more online traffic? Sponsor with 91.1 The Boss radio station and let our multimedia radio station promote your business. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Are you great with people? Do you have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Searching for a comfortable lounge environment where you can bring your own scotch, whiskey, bourbon, and enjoy a relaxing environment with leather recliners, couches, TVs, sports, movies, and a poker table, and all the other fine amenities of life? Come to Black House Cigars and ask us how you can become a member and get 24-hour access. We are veteran-owned and operated and open 7 days a week. Black House Cigars has fresh, hand-rolled, premium, aged organic cigars that are the best money can buy and come with the satisfaction guarantee. Come to O-Town Spring at 318 Gentry Street or visit us online at blackhousecigars.com.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Woohoo! We're back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Hey, welcome back to DailyBuzzRadioShow.com, RadioTheBoss.com, 91.1 FM, The Boss. Sydney Young, Tressa Ray. We got some social media people here. Let's see. Who we got watching today, Tressa Ray?
Well, I mean, I can only see my friends list that's watching, but of course my mom's watching. Hi, Mom.
She don't count.
I've got Sarah Young.
Sarah.
Speaking of young,
Mhm.
I don't think she's related though.
She's not.
We've got Trey Sombera on there.
Trey,
Hi, Trey.
hey, Uncle Trey. All right.
Of course. Oh, Austin Lewis just popped in.
Austin, my buddy.
Hey, Austin. We got, a lot. TJ, James, Zeta, Jeff, Kendrick, Chris.
goes on and on. We got quite a few.
Yeah, we got
Why
a lot
don't
of
you,
people watching.
but that's good. Hey, you guys keep watching. You got a comment? Make your comment. We'll shout out back to you. Appreciate you watching today. We have Jared Parrish of Parrish Insurance Consultants.
Consulting, that's me.
Hey, we're talking about IULs, and we're also talking about some retirement stuff. Jump back in, brother. Jump in the swimming pool. Get in with us. Come on.
All right. So I mentioned the IUL, and there's multiple benefits to it, and you've got different security blankets within it. So let's say we set it up to where you're going to have X amount of growth, but also what happens if the stock market crashes again? With this, you're protected, so you will not lose any money inside that account. So that's also a nice little fail-safe. Your mom brought up a good point as a Roth IRA. That's going to be the other retirement vehicle that I mentioned, where when it pays out to you, it doesn't go against your provisional income. So Roth IRA is a great way to
That's like $2,000 for a Roth, something like that, to start it?
No, you can really start it with pretty much, I'm sorry, yes, you're right. There is going to be a minimum to start, but you also have a maximum you can put in each year.
Really? What's the max?
Right around, it's around $6,000 you can only put in a year. Now, I mean, if you think about it, $500 a month, I mean, that's kind of a lot to put in a retirement account. Other people are putting in thousands of dollars a month because they can afford it. With a Roth, you're limited to that, but with an IUL, you're not. So, but it's like I said, it's good to diversify because one may outperform the other. You never know. So it's good to kind of split it up or max out your Roth IRA if you've got extra, put in the other. And everyone's a little different. No one, everyone's financial life is like a fingerprint. Everyone's a little different.
You know, and you mentioned something. You know what? Trust what I do. If let's say you're going to go buy a Mercedes, you go to the Mercedes lot, and the guy's showing you every Mercedes out there, and you ask him, you know what? You do pretty good at this. What do you drive? And you go look, and he's driving a '77 Toyota. You go, why ain't you driving one of these fancy Mercedes?
Yeah.
They're so good. So now when we get financial people on, I always ask this question: where would you put your money?
Not in a car, that's for sure.
Not in a car.
In the back seat.
Yeah, exactly. My money, it's in a number of different things. For one, I do have an IUL set up. I don't have a Roth IRA just because I haven't started one of those yet. I did a transition to where I pulled my money from my 401k, and you have to roll it over into an IRA.
Or you pay taxes on it.
Or well, not just taxes, but you also pay a penalty, 10% penalty.
Right.
And that's another thing with an IUL. Let's say, for instance, you have your retirement set up, and let's say you put a lot of it into an IUL, and it hits the fan when you're 50, 55. You can start taking out loans against it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you're not penalized. With any other retirement vehicle, even a Roth IRA, you have to be 59 and a half before you can touch any of the money without penalty.
So you can take loans against the money that you put in. You obviously repay it throughout a period of time.
Correct. You can repay it, or you can opt not to. Now, when it comes to retirement years, instead of withdrawing, because you're not pulling money out of your IUL, you're actually taking periodic loans against it. Now, you're not paying the money back because they're going to get their money back at whenever you pass away, because there's going to be that benefit to it. So it's just taking out loans against your final death benefit.
Have you heard of insurance policies that you reach a certain age, you actually get your money back?
Yes. Glad you brought that up. Yes. Switching to a different type of policy, one thing I do a lot of is mortgage protection.
Oh.
Now, mortgage protection is basically just a drummed up term for term life, but it's angled towards your mortgage. So let's say you take out a $250,000 mortgage on a home and you're paying on it for 30 years. So I would sit down with you, and typically we would set up a term life policy for $250,000, how much you want to cover it for. And the problem with term life is when you're done paying for it, all that money's gone. There's no benefit. It's literally legalized gambling. You're making a bet that I'm going to die within the next 30 years. and the insurance company says, I bet you're not.
I'm going to die in the next 30 years.
And the insurance people are going, woo, come on.
Yeah.
Now, I've asked people, and I'll sit down, we're going over the finances. I said, what if I told you that, let's say you lose your bet, but you get your money back? They said, well, how am I going to do that?
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, exactly. So I said, well, also, what if I told you that instead of paying off your house in 30 years, you pay it off in 20? Wouldn't that be a benefit? Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, so we set up a term life policy. It's called a return of premium. Now, the premium is going to be a little bit higher because the insurance company knows they have to give the money back. But during the entire time, you've got that coverage. So if you were to pass away, the house is paid for. But at the end of the 20 years, you get all of your premiums back, and typically it's enough to pay the mortgage off, whatever's left.
So at your 20-year date, it all comes back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And guess how much you have to pay in taxes on that?
How much? Really?
Yes, I'm all about tax-free.
You don't
I think
pay
the government
taxes
gets
when they
enough.
give it back to you?
Mm-hmm. Because you paid in money that had already been taxed.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
pre-tax.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Tressa, you need to do that in case you.
I
you
know.
Young lady,
I mean,
she's gonna live to be another 200
I hope
years.
that I don't die in the next 30 years. But,
That'd be helpful.
I mean, that's like you'd have to
Because
be stupid.
in
to
30
pass
years
that
from now,
up.
you should be hosting this show.
In 30 years, hopefully in 30 years.
I don't know where I'll be.
And when it comes to insurance, people say, "Well, how much do I need?" It's like,
Yeah.
I don't have a magic wand, crystal ball. I don't know. The main thing is your unfunded liabilities. Okay, how much debt do you have, and how long are you going to have it? That's the biggest question you can ask yourself when trying to figure out what life insurance is going to be best for
Okay,
you.
real quick, I'm going to throw a name out there, and you tell me what you think about it. Keyman Insurance.
I wish I knew more about them. I heard the
Okay.
name, and that's about it.
Really? Okay. Well, I'm glad you're educated on that subject. Okay, sure. Keyman is basically you insure a certain guy who's if he were to disappear from your life or business, whatever, you're at a severe loss, right?
I know there's a number of large corporations that do that. They'll take out a life insurance policy on an employee that's very important to them. I know a lot of them do. There was
You should do a Keyman.
Michael Moore put this into his documentary at one point. I forget which one it was, but he thought how terrible it was that they did that, and because the family doesn't get the benefit, it's like, well, it's a loss for the company, so they want
Right.
they want to cover any of their losses. Just like there's an insurance for your business. Tillman Fertitta,
Yeah.
that owns Landry's
Yeah.
and Kemah Boardwalk.
Yeah.
When Hurricane came through and destroyed it, and they were out of business for what was it, 2
Oh,
weeks,
God,
3
yeah,
weeks?
yeah.
They had to rebuild. All right, they have an insurance that covers their loss of revenue, so he was getting insurance payments.
But his people, did they get paid?
Whatever they have set up, I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
they did.
Yeah. You think so?
They
sure
did.
some of
If
them
it,
did.
Like large corporations, I'm sure they did. Even for Harvey, I
Really?
wasn't working here, obviously, but the corporation that I was working for, they gave us like a
You get
little
still
bit
paid even though you're sitting at home?
They gave you like what your average, like based off of what average
The average
hourly.
pay.
I mean, I was salary, but
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Jared Parrish, Parrish Insurance Consultants. Consulting. How do people get a hold of you, Jared?
713-854-5992, or you can email me at parrishjared, which is PARRISHJARED at me.com. Or you can go to my website, parishinsuranceconsulting.com.
Man, always a pleasure on the show. Very educational. Every time we come here, we learn something.
Thanks, sir.
And it
Pleasure to be here.
just great. I've known you for years. It's just a pleasure to see you all the time. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what we got coming up next week. So do not go away. We'll be right back.
hey, don't change that dial. We will be right back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM. Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Are you great with people? Do you have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Angela Aja, author and writer of the book Summon to Soar, is hosting her book launch party at the Butler House on January 10th from 6 to 8 p.m., located at 23931 Butler Road in Spring, Texas. The evening will feature her 5 stages of the rise of a woman, a book cover reveal, a reading by the author, light bites, and drinks. Please RSVP through the event on Facebook, Summon to Soar. Thank you to the generous sponsors, the Butler House Restaurant, Writing Boutique, and Behind the Gates magazine of Carlton Woods.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Woohoo! We're back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Woohoo! We're back. DailyBuzzRadioShow.com. Tressa
Always
Ray.
But I'm like,
Woohoo!
woohoo!
Hey, who we got? What we coming up next week, Tressa?
Well, Monday, I'm in a bind, guys. I need some help.
She needs a co-host. She's hosted. I
need a
got meetings to
co-host.
attend. I cannot host Monday, so she is
Yes.
hosting.
So I need a co-host. If anybody wants to come and co-host with me, let me know. That's the qualification. You have to go, woohoo!
You gotta have a high-pitched voice. Yeah. So
yeah,
if you
so
want
I
to
need
co-host,
help
how they
Monday.
contact you?
You can email me at knlymedia@gmail.com.
KNLYmedia@gmail.com. If she don't know you, send her something about you so she can figure out who you are.
Send me a little video.
A video
of yourself talking.
You sure you want that?
Them self-talking.
Okay.
Anyways, so Monday I need help. Tuesday will be recovery day for,
Jared,
I'm sure, not just us, but you guys as well. It'll be the new year.
Yep.
And then we've got Cole coming back on Wednesday.
Cole with Houston something, racetrack or something like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Houston Karting Complex.
That's the NASCAR racing kind of go-karts that go 50-something miles an hour.
High-speed bumper cars.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, all that's coming next week. We have several more guests throughout the week. We are off air on New Year's Day. We'll have a pre-recorded show that day. Tressa needs a co-host on Monday, so send her an email, knlymedia@gmail.com. We'll see you Monday. Ahoo! Bye-bye. Bye.
Watch us live in